Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of CJ's Coins and Crafts. I'm here with my son.
Hi.
That we wanted to do a quick video for you guys, something I found online, and this is an 1876 one dime. And this is a Philadelphia minted, and the biggest thing about this particular one is that when I was looking at the pictures online, I saw that this was actually a Type 2. And the difference between Type 1 and Type 2 is what we are going to cover today. So in 1876, the reverse of the dime was modified. The Type 1 has the letter E on one that nearly touches the wreath, and the Type 2, the letter E is clear of the wreath. Now I'm going to go through some pictures here in just a moment that show the difference between Type 1 and Type 2, and then I'm going to compare that to the coin that I actually have in hand on the scope up next to it. So the Type 2 reverse is only found on 5 of the 25 die marriages for the 1876 Philadelphia minted dime. So the total mintage of the dime was 11,450,000. So if we just crunch raw numbers, the total max mintage of the Type 2 would only be about 2.29 million. I did do some checking on what PCGS says, and it says, according to the website, they estimate the survival of the 1876 P to be only 3,000 in all grades. So that puts the 1876 as a kind of a scarce coin to start off with, although they are still plentiful online. But the NGC price guide, which I also did reference, is one of the only one of the few breakdowns that I actually saw a difference in the Type 1 and Type 2 valuations. For a fine 12, Type 1 is rated at $19 and Type 2 is rated at $30. For AU50, Type 1 is $75 and Type 2 is $120. So now let's look at the difference between the Type 1 and the Type 2. So here we have the difference in the Type 1 and the Type 2s, and my coin off to the right here. So the first one is that Type 1 has the E on 1 that is very close to the wheat grains. Type 2, it is distant from the wheat grains. So if you look off to the side, my coin, the E, would match the designation for the Type 2, where it's set away from the wheat grains. So let's look at the second type. So the Type 1 has split or double ribbon ends on the left side, and Type 2 only has a single. So this is one of the things that I saw in the pictures, is that on mine it looked like that maybe there could have been some damage to hide the second one, but the rest of the features kind of make it out that it's a Type 2. So this one right here would have a single end, which would also signify that it would be a Type 2 coin, Type 2 reverse. So the next two things are about the type of letters and where they're spaced at. Let's see if I can get this in here. So on the Type 1, the D for dime is higher than the maple leaf point. On the Type 2, it's even. So we're gonna look at the D. So this one is even with the top of the maple point, as you can see in the picture right here. So one thing that is kind of hard to see is actually the design of the D. The design on the Type 1 is more like a straight bar that angles up just a little bit to the northwest. The Type 2 is like this triangle that comes down that heads kind of southwest, and that design also matches the D that I have on my coin. Now on the other side of the word dime is the M and the E. And how you can look at this one is the type 1 will have the point that goes directly to the edge of the E, and then type 2 has the point of the oak leaf that kind of points in between the two letters. And if you look at mine, it points in between the two letters. And again, you can look at the design of the E. Again, it's a triangle that comes down versus this more or less straight bar, compared to the one that I have, and this comes down at an angle in a triangle. So all of these pieces would also signify that this is a type 2 reverse dime. So this is just a quick video that I wanted to put together to show the difference between the type 1 and the type 2s. That's how you can see the difference with pictures on eBay or other websites, so that you can find these rare coins, these scarcer coins, to add to your collection. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys.